Well, if you know anything about this boy, call police. That is the message from officers here as they work around the clock to find out more about this boy.
So we are getting hundreds of tips.
And Metro Homicide Lieutenant Ray Spencer says, please call, even if you think your tip might be insignificant or not helpful at all to police.
The smallest tip is typically those tips are the ones that break cases.
The lieutenant says detectives don't know anything more about the boy since he was discovered last Friday, and that is why they're asking the public to come forward.
You know, a grandmother, for example, that hasn't seen their grandson in a week, we want that grandmother to call the police, and we are going to go physically check to make sure that their grandson is okay. And that's what we've been doing nonstop since Saturday.
That is the kind of tip that will get to the top of the pile.
We are physically going door by door on every tip that we receive. And I want to stress that those tips, if you call them in, are completely anonymous. So no one's going to know, and we are going to go make sure that that child is okay.
And the lieutenant also wants a call if you happen to be in the area where hikers discovered that boy.
If they were traveling on State Route 160 between midnight and 7 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and they were coming, driving to Pahrump, and they noticed a car on the side of the road that was driving slow, or, it was odd. I saw a car pull into that campground at, 3 o'clock in the morning. We want those people to call.
The department also wants to target another group for tips.
The biggest plea I want to make right now is school teachers. If you have a student and you've looked at this photograph and you recognize or you believe that this student or this victim could be one of your students, call the tip line.
So as police continue to pour over hundreds of tips, officers are hoping for at least one of them that tells them who this boy is, where he came from, and what happened to him. And Metro is also getting a lot of tips from outside the state of missing children, and we'll have more on that coming up at 5:30. Reporting live at police headquarters, Joe Vigil, Fox 5 News, Local, Las Vegas.